So we're seeing Qatar gameplay in 2v2 here. I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, such an interesting weapon of choice for twos, right? Because it's so much like diagonal play that you have to play with Qatars, and it doesn't really seem like it lines up very well in terms of like setting up team combos or anything like that. I don't know what your thoughts are for this weapon.
I mean, my one issue with Qatars, and this is coming from a place of me never having had a teammate that plays Qatars, is when do you follow up? Like, when do you allow your teammate to go for a read? When do they go for the soft read? When should you wait for the reaction? You might not even need any of that, because sometimes the Qatar player just gets a double knockout. You know, there's a lot of things to keep in mind.
Yeah, I think they're fine based on that the first couple stocks. But I mean, yeah, Rayzigher and Tavares already off to the races right here. Full stock lead for both of them, pretty healthy on their first as well.
D-Light Seer coming out from Faye as he's throwing Rayzigher off stage. D-Signature going to be connected this time as well. And yeah, it's looking like they're going to close out these stocks, but they've been racking up so much damage in between that Tavares and Ray, that they've gotten a full stock lead at this point.
We do see double axe on the board. Tavares is going to find that stock off the right side. Weapon toss to try to break up Leanne, trying to get through there, but not going to get too much after it.
All right. Faye already on their last stock here with Leandrohbm on their. Actually, that's going to be last. Yeah, in the time span of me trying to pronounce their name, they are already knocked out. Dude, red team is just too fast.
They are just too fast. Again, pretty sizable lead here for red. Wow, what a wait there from Rayzigher too.
Faygo is basically out. They're not even committing to the offstage because they would rather get a team combo off of this, trying to just capitalize off of this as much as possible. That's it. 2 minutes. Was allowed to play the game for 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, even I'm sure we'll see this on the replay as well. Even Faygo getting caught up in the center, like scrambles are totally fine in this position for red because of how much extra, you know, runway you have in terms of stock and damage right there. Looking for the GC on arm, not going to get too much, but that's all she wrote for game one. Let's zoom in on the Rayman.
Neutral Signature is going to close that one out. I believe, yeah, four stock victory. I'm very excited to see these replays because I'm not sure where those stocks went. It happened so quickly. Double knockout off the get-go. The Seer from Tavares. I mean, so far, I mean, this is textbook Brawlhalla. They're just hitting knockout. They're just hitting moves that's going to get a knockout. I mean, I'm not sure what I was expecting. Lots of axe Seers. They're just solid, man. Yeah. They're making such few amounts of mistakes.
Yeah, and I mean, I think to your point about a Qatar player in twos, right? Like, we really saw the Qatar shine very well in the first stock, but that's it. I mean, you can see the damage layout right now. Only 87 damage. The Ragnar was predominantly on axe for the rest of that game. Yeah. I mean, I think he took his quota of 2 stocks for that first one. It was like, you know what? All right, it's axe time. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, I got those 2 knockouts just so that no one can say I'm playing Ragnar for only the axe. You know, I wanna dodge those flamers, and he definitely did. We're moving into the second game now. Tavares and Rayzigher, they had an amazing first one. Let's see if Leandrohbm and Faygo are gonna be able to come back.
We're underway right now. It was falling behind a little bit early for Faygo and Leandro, so let's see if they can make a couple adjustments right here. Quick little 2-piece onto Rayzigher is not going to get too much damage.
Faygo able to grab swing. That. He punished the GC, but he's going to be able to find. He found a knockout. He found a wake up out of it, which led to the knockout. So great escape options there.
Wow, the coverage from Rayzigher was insane with the unarmed too. Just behave, please.
Kept the stock still. That's so much pressure. Second stock orange. I mean, Faygo, he's been getting bullied. I'm gonna be completely honest. He's been getting a little bit bullied in these games.
Okay, here comes the Qatars right now. Let's see if he can make some magic happen in the 1v1. It looks like Leandro just didn't have enough resources here. You're charging the GC as well. Rayzigher is going a little bit too ham though on the right side. Just literally
sacrificing, sacrificing the stock. Just maybe he could get that Qatar Seer in. It's worth it. It's not really.
It's always worth it. It's always worth it. You know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So let's see if he can get one right here. We're back on the axe once more.
1v2, and I mean Rayzigher, he's not afraid. He's not afraid to fight in these circumstances. What are you gonna do? You're gonna team combo me? I'll just hit you with the axe before you hit me.
It's that easy sometimes. Let's see, Leandro just trying to play up to down up against Rayzigher, but it's just going to be a quick target swap right here. And again, like you said, they don't really even care that Faygo has to spend the time to come back to stage. Like, they want to prioritize the 2v1. And I mean, either one of them's going to fall out. It looks like it's Leandro first. Weapon toss 1, weapon toss 2, but there's nothing left in the tank. It is 2-0 for Tavares and Rayzigher.
I mean, at this point, I would be worried as a Faygo and a Leandrohbm fan. Tavares and Rayzigher, towards the end of that game, I feel like what was really happening was they were starting to respect their neutral less and less. Like, it felt like Rayzigher literally just ran towards them and pressed the buttons, and it was just working.
Sometimes it do be like that, Polly. People will say, I'm seeing a legend swap here, though.
All right.
From Leandro, it's looking like the Nimue coming through. Spear Orb. I mean, we were talking about weird weapons in 2s, right? And Katars kind of being a little bit interesting, and you don't know when you should interact with your teammate. I kind of feel that way about Orb sometimes too.
Yeah. Nimue, being the Dusk crossover. I mean, the thing about Orb is that I feel like Orb has a lot of the same kind of energy as Hammer in terms of you can play it as a heavy weapon or as a string weapon, because you can play Orb very successfully, as proven by, you know, these CEO, if anything. You can just do sidelights here on Orb as your bread and butter and not really go for any large strings, and it's super strong.
Let's see what it brings to the table here. I mean, it's a pretty tall order to come back from down 2. And just like that, Leandro is actually the first one to get knocked out. Faygo's looking pretty damaged as well. Oh my goodness.
And yep, the recovery to close that stock out as well. They're fighting team combos left and right. They're dominating the neutral sphere right now. They're gonna catch both of them in the Qatar combo. But he goes for the massive commitment off the right side. Wow.
I'm a Qatar believer, Polly. I'm seeing the vision right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're making it work. No one can say otherwise.
We will see Ray go off the top right there. So Tavares, the last one standing on their first stock. Pretty damaged as well, but he doesn't even care. Gonna find a second stock on Faygo. Make that a double, and Tavares still hanging on to this first.
This is brutal, man. I mean, Faygo and Leandro getting this far into the tournament, and they're going up against one of the absolute titans in the bracket right now, and it is definitely showing. These guys, this is a different. These teams are 2 different levels of gameplay. If we're able to come back from this, I would be astonished.
Okay. Standing off stage a little bit, but a team combo on the 2 of them. It's gonna get the first, and I think the second one's soon to follow. Just call it for 1 hit. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Dude. He got the Qatar NSIG, but Tavares swooped in with a gauntlet nair. He was like, no, you've got enough knockouts, I'm taking one.
You gotta share the wealth a little bit. That's gonna be a decisive 3-0 for Rayzigher and Tavares. Oh my goodness, let's just watch in awe of some